Good afternoon, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Facebook Live. I'm so excited to do a one sheet wonder with you today. If you've never done one of these, they're a great way to craft your cards with little to no waste. So that's why we call it a one sheet wonder, because we will take one sheet of designer series paper, in this case a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and we will turn it into 6 cards. So that is where we're heading today, but of course I need to show you some happy mail. So don't mind my face like way up close. I'm trying to put my iPad here. I have a little different setup today because I'm teaching in our crafting membership today. So my whole desk is like set up differently for that. So anyways, pardon the close up. But of course, before we start, I have some happy mail to show you. And actually, look at this. So the other day, Thursday, I got contacted by my old landlord, the house we used to rent. They're actually friends of ours from church. And he contacted me to say that he heard that some mail was going to the old house. And I thought, well, that's weird. You know, I have my mail forwarded. I've gotten mail at my new address at the P.O. box. And so I thought it was probably junk mail, a few cards, whatever. Look, y'all. And there's stuff dating back from the beginning of December. So I am going to, I don't know if I'll get through all of these because we have a one sheet wonder to do. So I'll probably just do a handful of them and save them for a future video. But that is going to explain to you why I have a feeling there are some Christmas cards in here. So, oh, Jean, I'm glad you like my earrings. Thank you. Yes, Kathy, we need to use up our 12-inch paper. So, and we have some beautiful paper. So, that's why I'm going to do a one sheet wonder. So, all right. So I'm just going to grab like the first half of this stack. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to set the other half over here. And we'll just do it on a future video. So we'll see. So I have no doubt that some of these are probably Christmas cards. Okay, we'll start with one here from my friend Jen. And it says, Merry Christmas. So cute. Let's see. How's this? Oh, here we go. Okay, so that flap. And here we go. Just trying to figure out how to open it. I'm in midair. Let's see here. This folds down. Hold on, I don't think I'm done opening. Oh, there we go. I love it. Okay, so let's start over so we can all see how this worked together. So there's a flap holding it closed. So we got this flap, these two open, and then this opens. That is a super fun fold. I like that. So there we have a Christmas card. We've got one here from Becky Nichols in Washington. And let's see here. It says, Happy birthday. What a fun conglomeration. How did that word just come out of my mouth? I like all the plaids. That's all I was trying to say. So, is that I like the plaid. So, all right, we've got one from Deb Ludwig in Minnesota. And it says, Just for you. I like the way she layered the circles with the ribbon in the middle. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's see. We have, another one from my friend Jen. I bet it's a birthday card. Yep. She's so good at sending cards for all the occasions. So it says Celebrate. Again, featuring that beautiful plaid. And then opening up there. Very pretty. Madeline Glover. Let's see here. Oh, I can't get it out of the envelope. Hold on. I gotta rip the envelope. There we go. All right. It says, It's your birthday. That stripe. I like the pattern in the back. That's a fun way to use some designer series paper instead of using cardstock there in the background. So cute layout. Okay, this one is from, let me see, find a name here, Sue Fisher. It says, happy birthday. What a fun die cut there in the middle with the flowers. And I like that design, like the sunburst, starburst kind of design. So, okay, we've got one from Jean Hoffman in New York. And let's see here. As you can hear, I don't always get all the envelopes open before I go live. So, oh, what a cute little card. It's just a tiny little thing. That's so cute. And then it opens like that. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh, that is such a cute little card. Ah, can't hold it open. But I love that. That's adorable. Okay, this one is from Madeline Glover. Another one from her. And it says, snowed in. Thankfully not today on this 50-degree weather. Catch snowflakes. And the last one for today is from Tony Shaw in Pennsylvania. And maybe, let's see, her card is well sealed. Let's see. I'm just going to have to like legit rip this open. Hold on a second. Let me find some snips. I just don't want to rip the card. Some of y'all really seal your envelopes tight. It is very impressive. They are not coming open. Let's see here. There we go. Finally got into it. It says birthday wishes. Oh, and this is the paper we're using for our one sheet wonder today. How fun. All right. So we are going to do our one sheet wonder. And I'm just going to set these cards over here. And we'll get this put down here. So I am using the, what is this called? Mixed Media, I think, paper. Yes, Mixed Media Florals. And there's this gorgeous sheet of paper that's in it. And I think I'm going to have to raise this up just a little bit. Hold on. Okay, let's see if that's better. Because I need you to be able to see my whole 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Okay, so we have our 12 by 12 paper, and we're going to be cutting this up, and I am going to walk you through the template, and then the template will also be posted over on my website later. So if you miss anything from today, no worries, I gotcha. So, all right, let's move this a little bit over here, and okay. So this is our template, which I don't know if I can get the whole thing in the camera. I'm working on it. Let's see here. Just gotta raise this up a little bit. And then I think I can show you the whole template where we're heading. But if not, it's okay because I'm gonna walk you through it. So we're gonna start with a couple of measurements. And what I like to do, this is actually one of those inserts that comes in a designer series paper pack. And I like to use these for my one sheet wonder templates because it just makes it so easy to know where to place your pieces as you go and as you craft. So this is what we're going to use here. So what I'm going to do is we are going to start with, I'm going to move this over. I'm going to start by cutting off 5 inches. So we got 5 inches there. And then I'm going to turn it around and we're going to cut at 5 1/4. So the first cut was at 5 inches. The second one is at 5 1/4. Okay? So if I bring this back in here, you can see we've got our 3 pieces. So we've got a 5 inch. This ends up being 1 3/4. Oh, I'm not pointing in the right direction. Hold on. Okay, so we have a 5 inch, 5 by 12, 1 3/4 inches, and then 5 1/4. So those are the 3 pieces. So we're going to start with the 5 1/4. And I'm going to cut that down to 4 inches. So we're going to end up with 3 pieces that are 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. So I'll lay those back on my template here. And we'll take our 5 by 12 piece. And I'm going to start by cutting at 3 3/4. So we're going to have 3 3/4. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to cut 3 3/4. And then we're going to cut 3 3/4. Now this one you might want to decide what you want cut off. I kind of like that little ladybug. So I think I'm going to cut this way. So I will bring back my template here. So we now have 3 pieces on this side that are 3 3/4 by 5. We have 3 pieces on this side that are 4 by 5 1/4. And now we have this little 3/4 inch strip down here at the bottom. So don't throw it away, we're going to use it. And what's left is our 1 3/4 inch strip down the middle. So I'm going to take that off of here and we're going to turn it over. And I'm going to cut it apart. So I'm going to cut it at 1 inch. So I'm going to end up with a strip that's 1 inch and a strip that's 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to turn those together here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do this. So the thicker strip, the 1 inch strip, I'm going to cut at 5 1/4. So these are going to be 1 by 5 1/4. 1 by 5 1/4. Okay. So we got those two. We have a little piece right here. And then this one, this is a 3/4 inch strip, and we're going to cut it at 5 inches. So 5 and 5. And what you end up with after that are these 2 small pieces. Okay? And with those, we're going to cut them at a diagonal. There we go. So I got those 2. And then I'm just going corner to corner in the track. With these 2 pieces. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring back my pattern here. I'm going to lay these pieces in here so you can see on, I always think it's helpful to stick them back on the template so you can kind of see where they're coming from. And then I've got these 2 pieces which came right here, and these 2 from right there. Okay. And it's driving me bonkers that y'all can't see the whole thing. So hold on, I'm going to try one more time, see if I can get this high enough. Because I'm like, I really want you to see the whole template. It's so helpful, I think, to be able to see, like, the big picture, you know? Oh, I think maybe I finally got it. Let's see here. There's always a delay between what I can see on my camera and or what I'm doing and then what I see on my iPad. So, all right. I think we have a better perspective now, maybe. Yes. Okay, it's finally catching up with me. I think we can see the majority of it. So one more time, now that you can see everything. This side, you have 3 pieces that measure 3 3/4 by 5. And then you've got the strip left over. This side, we've got 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have my strips that I just cut in the middle at different lengths. Okay? So we're going to start with these 3 that are 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to take these off. And we're going to set this to the side. Let's see here. I want to cover up my card bases because we're going to need those. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we are going to make 3 cards with these. So we've got 3 different, let me lay these out, 3 different pieces here, okay? And what we can do now is we can begin to create some cards. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do some stamping and start to figure out my assembly. So what I want to do here, I just realized I forgot to grab my ink, so let me do that really quick. We need Misty Moonlight and Calypso Coral. I think I'll use for these cards. So I will start with Calypso Coral, and let me just show you the 2 stamp sets I'm using. I am using Tags of Thanks, because I just used these in another class this morning, so they were sitting here. And really, today's video is more about the One Sheet Wonder, so you can use any stamp set that you want to. But I'm using Tags of Thanks and Pattern of Friendship, which are coming out next week. So I will start with Happy Birthday. And I'm just gonna stamp that here. Okay. And then for the next one, I'm going to do Thank You, and I think I'll do one more in Calypso Coral. I'm just gonna do Thank You right here. And then for the last one, actually, pardon my reach, I want a different die cut. I have a container of die cuts sitting in front of me, and so I'm just grabbing one of those. All right, and then we're gonna switch to Misty Moonlight. And this one's gonna say, I couldn't do it without you. So we're gonna have that on our card. Whoops. Okay. And then I'm gonna need 3 inserts. And since some of these I wanna stamp with coordinating stamps, we'll go ahead and do that. So these are 4 by 5 1/4 inch white papers. I'm gonna do Thank You on the inside. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you. And then we'll just flip the opposite. We'll do Thank You. I couldn't do it without you. So there we go. And I don't really think I have one out for Happy Birthday, so we'll just do a plain white insert for that one. Okay. So there we go. So let's assemble some cards. So we'll start here with our Calypso Coral. And I'll put my insert inside the card. And also, while we're in here, I'm also going to take one of those center strips that measured the 1 inch by 5 1/4. And we're going to put that on the inside of our card. So we don't want to waste any of our strips. So there we go. And we'll take our paper here and put it on the front. There we go. Nice and simple. Let me crease that a little bit better so it'll stay down. We can grab another base and let's see. Yep, I flipped that one. Just making sure I do these the right direction. For this one, well, I'll do one more with the long strip on the inside. Especially since I don't have any words on the inside of this one. We definitely want to have a nice little break for the eyes on the inside of the card. Oh, it's a little bit long, so let me just trim that here. Here we go. All right. So we got that. Using those middle strips. And then we'll flip our card over. And this will be our happy birthday card. And this one, actually, I'm going to just change this midstream because I think this would look really pretty if I added a little bit of ribbon. So I'm trying to see what ribbon I have here. Yes, I'm going to do this. Once you have the large pieces, you know, it really makes it a lot easier to mix and match as you go with your cards. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. So we're just adding a little, well, it's kind of like adding a little bling, really, when you put some ribbon on your card, especially a nice silver ribbon like this. I'll put some extra tape over those ribbon ends. And I chose the sheer ribbon because that way you can still see the flowers through it and it won't impact the front of my card. So then we'll dimensionalize our tag. And add that here as well. There we go. Okay, so we'll close this. Oh, Kathy, I agree. This designer series paper really does make beautiful cards. Most definitely. Okay, starting from the inside again. Now this time, we're out of the thicker strip that we cut at the bottom. But what we do have is one of these. Oops, if I can pick up the pieces. One of these sets of little triangles. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to add my tape very carefully. These are smaller pieces. And what we're going to do is we're going to add those to the corners of my card. So we still get a fun little element inside, and we don't waste any of those little pieces. Just like so. And then I can take that whole thing and add it on the inside of my card. There we go. So then we'll flip it over and we'll add our panel to the front of the card. This designer series paper just doesn't need much. It's so beautiful by itself that you just don't have to do a lot to create a gorgeous card. So it really works perfect for like this one sheet wonder template because it really works to just put a panel and a die cut. And of course we're gonna have to do some embellishments, but let's see here. Oh, I can't decide. I think I'll leave it up in the corner here. So I'll crease this here. And then, let me see, I did forget to grab embellishments, but I have a whole basket of them sitting next to me, so see if I can find something that matches these colors. Oh, this one would look nice here. These are party dots, and I think that orange color is going to look quite lovely here. So we're going to stick these here. I think I'll go over there. And then we'll add some here. we'll come over to this one. And I need something blue. You know what I need to do? I need to make like a color reference of all of my embellishments and like what color they go with. Because sometimes, like right now, I'd really like a blue embellishment, but I can't remember all of the different embellishments that have that color. So if any of you have created color references like that, let me know. But I'm going to go with these iridescent gems here. And actually, I think I'm going to use the same ones over here. Okay. So our first three right here used those panels on, let me grab my template again. We've used the panels on this side of our template. Okay. So next we're going to take the other three panels, and those require a few more pieces. So we've got 3 3/4 by 5. Let's see, let's turn that right side up. There we go. And then we're going to be using these other panels as well. So let me get my card bases. Okay. So for these cards, well, let's see here. I have too many pieces here. So let me start actually putting some pieces on paper so that we can kind of get them out of the way. So these are our 3 panels right here, and I'm going to move these out of the way for a second because I'm going to grab our 3 inserts, just because I think it's going to be easier to work if I get some of these little strips out of our way. All right, so we have 3 strips that measure 3/4 of an inch by 5, and then we have 1 more set of triangles. So we're not going to use this one right now, but we're going to use the other ones. And I think you can guess, we're going to do a very similar thing here. And we're going to put these on the bottom of the paper for 2 of them. So we'll add that down here. And then we're going to do our corner pieces. Okay. So we'll add that here. And we'll do one up at the top. There we go. So for this one, let's see, let me grab my Calypso Coral ink, and then I actually need Mossy Meadow. So we'll open our inks here. And we'll do a couple of inside sentiments. And then I couldn't do it without you. And then let's mix it up here. What do I have us here? How about this one? You bring so much joy and laughter to my life. And I will do that in Mossy Meadow. Okay. All right. So then we're going to need to do some outer pieces. So for thank you, we will match that up with I couldn't do it without you, or couldn't do it without you, I guess is how it says it. We got a little tiny space up here, so that's perfect for these 2. This one, let's see here. I am going to do, let's go with a circle. We're going to use a circle die cut, and I need something that goes with "you bring so much joy." Here we go. How about "you made my whole day"? So "you made my whole day." I think that'll fit. Yeah. There we go. All right, and then last but not least, we're gonna do this one. And that one's going to say "thank you." And I'm gonna stamp that. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm just gonna put it right there. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, so we've got some pieces here. And we do still have a DSP strip. I haven't forgotten about that. We're just not quite ready for it. Okay. So next up is we are going to take our, let's start with Mossy Meadow. So we're going to do Mossy Meadow with the Mossy Meadow ink. So we'll add our insert first. So we'll just add that here to the inside. And then we'll flip it over. And this time we're going to take this panel and I'm actually going to put it on a piece of Calypso Coral to kind of make the flower pop. So we'll add that here. And then we will take some of our frayed white ribbon here. And, ooh, I almost cut my finger. I've done that, you know, like opening boxes and I stab myself with the snips. Let me tell you, they are definitely sharp scissors, especially when they're new. You know, you get so excited to open a box of goodies and you stab yourself with scissors in the process. Okay, so we're going to add this here. Okay, and then I need my dimensionals. So we'll add this on before we finish our ribbon. I'm going to add this on. Then I'm going to take another piece of ribbon right here. And without cutting it off the spool, I'm going to, oops, stuck to my page. I am going to put it underneath and I'm just going to tie it. And by doing it while it's still attached to the spool, I can waste less ribbon. So I can just tie that like so. And then got to trim these ends so they're not covering up my words. And of course, I always like to cut at a diagonal because I like the look of it. Right. So there we've got our first card for the 3 3/4 by 5 side. So next we'll take, let me just get these tape boogers out of my way so they don't keep sticking to my cards. Okay. Next we're going to do a piece of black and we're going to add this. And we'll just stick this on here. I haven't forgotten about this stray little designer series paper over here, but we're just not quite ready for it yet. Okay, so I am going to, let's see here. Actually, trying to decide here. Yeah, I think I'll do the Calypso Coral for this one. So make sure I mix and match the correct words. And I just realized my DSP was, I think my white pieces are actually a little bit short, so that's why my paper is hanging over it. So we'll put our insert here with our little strip from the middle of the card. And then for the front here, I am going to tape this one down. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. And then last but not least, we have here, and we need to use that little piece of DSP that we still have left over. So we'll add our inside here. Couldn't do this without you. Oh, that, sorry. Sorry. It's gonna bug me if I don't fix this, but that designer series paper, just a tiny bit hanging over the edge. And even though nobody else would probably notice, it was gonna bug me. So I had to fix it. So I guess, to be fair, I am wasting a couple of pieces of the One Sheet Wonder. So, sorry. All right, so we're going to be putting this on here. But first, like I said, I want to use up this piece of paper. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just snip it somewhere in the middle. I'm going to take this off here. And I am going to add this halfway down my card, just like so. And this is why it doesn't matter exactly where you snip it in the middle or whether that snip is straight, because it's going to be hidden, so you won't be able to tell, you know, if it's crooked like mine. Yeah, Mary Ellen says, oh my gosh, huge waste. I know, it's terrible. Like, call the paper police on me. I just wasted 2 parts of my paper. All right, and then we're gonna put this here on our card. And last but not least, I think I will use the Starburst sequins. Let me crease that a little better, because these have these beautiful yellow starbursts that I think would just look really nice here. A couple of different sizes here. There we go. So then we'll lay these out here. Oops. And we will add our starburst. So I'm still going to call this a zero waste one sheet wonder, because we'll just pretend we didn't see those little slivers, right? It'll be our little secret. Okay, so from our original template, if I bring that back for you, we started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces, and then of course we cut this middle strip down into a whole bunch of pieces. And very quickly, we end up with 6 cards, which I think I can maybe get them here. So a really fun way to use your designer series paper and make use of that 12 by 12 paper, because I think it's pretty safe to say that you probably have a lot of 12 by 12 in your collection, and this would be a fun and easy way to not waste it, but to make those cuts and use your paper. So I'd love to see your versions of this one sheet wonder. The template will be on my website later today, so if you need the cutting guide again, you can get it there from my website, handcraftedblessings.com. And otherwise, I'd love to see what you make from this, so be sure to share it here or over in the community group. So thanks for tuning in to Coffee and a Card, and don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.